everyone, welcome back to part 2. How are you all doing? Can you hear me okay? There seems to be about half a minute lag on these videos, so I will chat for a little bit, do a general kind of like recap of what we did in the first half. If you didn't see the first part of the stream, we're working on one megadoc, so I will send you a linky here. It's just novelcrafter.link/sample-novel. Let me show that on the screen for anyone who is coming back after, if I've not put it in the description yet. Hello, Harvest. I'm glad to have you back. I know you only caught the last bit of this. So we went over some initial thoughts and then we started the session brainstorming. So I'd already done a bit of inspiration to get a brain dump, and that was important just to ensure that we were kind of canonically accurate, but also that we weren't kind of like accidentally copying on something that anyone else had done. We purposefully didn't look up any other material of people writing on this. So we took our information, we made some Codex entries, we made a brainstorm and a brainstorm 2.0 in terms of those, and used those with a prompt here in the general purpose prompt to try and flesh out the story. Oh, there's an echo. Let me see. Huge echo. I'm not sure what's causing that. Let me move the microphone back a bit, see if that helps. Can't hear anything on my end. But oh, that would definitely explain it if it was open twice. Oh yeah. Baby, you're helping the view count. So yes, we went over, took the brain dump, used this with our brainstorm Codex entry to develop. We used a free model and a more powerful model. We voted on which idea we wanted and then began. So we oh no, don't worry about it. So yeah, we took the brainstorm, put it in a brainstorm 2.0 category, and then we began putting in some characters. We had a little look at nested entries using a characters nested entry. Let me show you here, just to quickly refer to all characters so that we didn't have to worry about like writing everyone's names out. And then tried some developing of the characters using GPT 4.0 and Sonnet 3.5. We did a bit of using the extract feature. And then finally, we used some kind of historically accurate kind of comparisons to try and get more information about the Matilda breaks. Hello, Emery. Nice to have you here. So then we, at the very end, like in the last 5 minutes, began looking at the actual planning. I ran it on Toppy at the very end, and like in the hour between this session and last session, I've had a look at it. You can read it if you want. It's in the document. It sucks. It answers everything very quickly, rushes through the story, has Holmes going back to the UK as a hero, completely forgetting canon. It's fine. I mean, like, it's a start, but it sucks. And it didn't do the 3 like we asked. So I'm going to try again. But this time I was thinking, okay, let's give a genre to try and just see if that helps. So I was thinking, well, what is the genre of Sherlock Holmes? So, well, it's certainly a Victorian era murder mystery. It's first person. That probably wouldn't go into the genre. I'd put that just in the prose, yeah, when you can change the settings. It's a whodunit. It is classical detective fiction, and also I was when I was looking this up, I was like, okay, armchair detective, which is apparently like when they solve crimes more through like intuition and stuff rather than like going out and investigating. So it's kind of more so yeah, that felt very like Sherlockian. Are there any other words that you guys would use to describe a Sherlock Holmes novel, kind of genre wise? Hello, Circus. Lovely to have you here. It's nice everyone's coming in. yeah, I think this is a bit more of a reasonable time for many of you. I know I'm certainly more awake. I mean, I've still got coffee, tea, but you know, more awake. So my plan was to add in this genre codex entry, and then um, use that and see if that helps with our planning continuation. So yeah, if anyone has any ideas for extra genre words, I will start putting these in. So to add a genre to your story, you go new entry, story genre, and you can pop it in here. Now, genre entries by default, when you put them in, they're classed as an other, like because they're not character, location, etc. And if you go into references, they are always tracked in the AI context, which is considered like a global entry. So you can see here. So I will take the little screen grab of this. And then in the notes, I'm trying to include some notes so that when you're following along, you can see this. So here I have put some keywords regarding the genre of Sherlock Holmes novels. There are no specifics on style, just the kind of vibe we're going for. Story genres, story genre codex entries are global. This means that they are they are always visible to the AI. And I will demonstrate that. So we have this. We've got our prompt. Say if we're going to do... do we only have the one Gemini on here? We'll say if we're going to do Gemini. Preview final prompt. You can see that if we go to the bottom, story genre is there, even though we've not called up the story genre in like Brainstorm 2.0, characters, Matilda Briggs, story structure. So we're going to try Gemini. I might try the other Gemini after. We'll see how things go. I don't think... So I was trying to originally keep things as close to what users get when they first see the interface. So I don't have any custom prompts yet or anything like that. For those of you who've not seen, I've been putting in the snippets, kind of any extra bits I've done. I've been trying to name the chats, trying to keep things kind of as organized as possible. So we're going to send this message, see how Gemini Flash does. Okay, it seems to be doing better. Okay. Begins with Sherlock Holmes attempting to board. Denies his entry. Holmes convinces he's harmless explorer with no connection to the outbreak. Okay, so something we're going to have to clarify. So I think making a prompt is very much an iterative process. We haven't set the point of view in this, so I'm going to do that now. It's first person from Sherlock Holmes. So at the moment, the plot thinks that it can do scenes from other characters, so we'd have to get rid of that. Holmes begins investigating. So there'll be, I think, again, looking at this, it's an issue with our prompting rather than anything else, because it makes sense that because the boat is going to England, the Sherlock Holmes gets off at England. Like the AI would be like, well, why wouldn't he? But it's not. He's going to Persia because he's not yet returned. Hmm. Oh my god, this has gone dark. Human test subjects. Okay, let's not do this idea. um so I'm thinking like, so this is kind of giving me ideas. I'm kind of thinking, okay, well maybe if Jennings, the assistant, isn't fully ill yet because he's been poisoned. He's being like some of the passengers are being poisoned. So maybe he finds out what Kelly is doing and then gets ill. Okay, these are fine, but they're not, again, not quite what I'm going for, but they're getting there. They're like definitely nearer. I'm kind of a bit happier with them. I'm going to just add into the brainstorm 2.0. I might just say is fraudulent. What else do I want? Jennings gets ill over time, falls victim to plague. The ship docks in Persia, where Holmes gets off to continue his adventures. After solving the case, multiple. I'm still spelling passengers wrong. Multiple passengers are ill. However, there is no obvious link as to what is causing this. Holmes later discovers it's related to a food source being contaminated. Only Kelly and his assistant Jennings are allowed into the rooms of those who are ill. Is chat not working? It should be. Okay. Right. I have just been mumbling to myself. Where are we up to? Okay. So we're doing the exact same prompt, doing sonnet. So I'm not. So now I'm wondering, like this rat escape kind of seems to be a bit like. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. I think that um I want to get rid of the links those two. I think they're kind of like dominating a bit too much. So let's see. Holmes is Sigerson attempts to board the Matilda. So I think there'll be some bits that, because Holmes doesn't tell the reader things immediately, I'll have to like remove. But I think we're getting there. He deduces. I'm kind of like, detent stance always has standoffs. Okay. Snippet, new snippet. Kit bashed plot. I've minimized the side. I'm going to widen this. He doesn't think it's the plague. What I'm doing now is taking the bits I like from each part and then using those, and then I'll like kind of kit bash together as I go to the next one and the next one and replace things. Who reminds Holmes of Watson? Ooh, okay. Or do we have Holmes telling someone else to kind of reveal everything on his behalf? He's like, alas, I could not have the moment where I desired of telling everyone of their stupidity. Okay. Okay. Now it's for the second set. Oh, I think I forgot to put these in the document. Let me do that for you all. The resolution I'm still not happy with, I think. I like the idea of Holmes secretly telling the authorities. I think that works. It's the resolution that I'm stuck on a bit. They confront Doctor. I just don't like the idea of a tense standoff. Okay. Now let's new resolutions. Okay, so something to always note is that if you think the chat's not doing something right, get it to like think about it and be like, it's like actually no, this is wrong. I should do something different, and that kind of helps direct it. Obviously, here we've got very clear examples, but you can kind of get it to fact check itself. See, I like this because this makes sense in the Holmes having to be. I like this. Okay, I like this a lot better now. I think it's kind of... And I like the idea of him approaching Jennings. Okay, this is starting to get there. I'm feeling this. I'm getting good vibes. I need to let's work back now and also it's not gonna send. I'm just kind of curious now, like just seeing what it's doing. And I'm kind of doing this to work on expanding the plot, so we'll get a final plot. We'll be able to then mark it into scenes. Hopefully it's not going to be too long. I'm worried that it's getting long. Oh my god, Holmes would totally have a portable chemistry set. I love that. That makes my day. Okay. I am happy, I think, with this. I'm going to now. I'm going to move this, copy the conversation because I've done some more changes. Let's just see if I can delete that entire block. Yep. into a format I can kit bashed snippet. Oh, I'm done. Okay. New chat. GPT-4o mini might be enough, so I'm going to see if it is. So we want to look at what the... So create from outline. We know that this is the structure that it wants to have. So... we don't need acts. So we just want chapter description. So I'm not sure if this is going to work. This is me experimenting as we go, as it usually is. So I'm going to... pop this in here for now. Then I'm going to... copy and paste this. I am going to, however, remove these bits. Because I don't want those to be how it's splitting them up. Okay, I have no idea how this is going to go. This is, again, just completely trying formatting outline. Let's see how it goes. I'm not sure how this is going to work, so we're going to see. Go create from outline, paste. Oh, it's because it's done it in Markdown. Huh. Or if I get rid of this, maybe. Okay. Ignore that. I think I've prompted it wrong. It's fine. I can also extract. It has extracted them into just one scene per chapter, but it gets me the chapters. I can add them to the outline and make the chapters manually. I'm going to see if another model does it better. I'm kind of curious at this point. Let's just try another model. I'll try just 4.0. Okay, that's not worked at all. Interesting. So we know that 4 mini does better. It's fine. Sometimes things just don't work out how you want it to. And it's really annoying, but what can you do? Okay, I will use this add to outline, act 1. And to be fair, some of these might be beats, so I might want to keep them within 1 chapter. So let me delete that. Yes, I'm sure I want to delete it. Yeah, so like that is all one scene. To be honest, I would probably put that here, and then this would go... Are there any like bits you want me to explain more or put in notes or snippets or anything? I think it's the title name system. Sean, okay, says, any plans on adding formatting to Codex entries, bullets, headlines? I think living without it forces us to be more consistent. I don't think there's any obvious plans. You can do so, like, because it kind of reads Markdown. If you use like the little like dashy things, that does like kind of effectively work as bullet points. But yeah, that's not on the top of our priority list when it comes to Codex entries. There's a few things that we're working on, but nothing that is explicitly bullet point related. You'll have to wait and see. Okay. So I feel like, okay, yes, we're an hour behind schedule. We're probably not gonna, it's fine. I'm now going to... Hello, Finn. How are you doing? Don't worry. We've got plenty of time. We're only halfway through. I think that we perhaps need to analyze the outline with the chapters and kind of like interrogate it. So I'm going to go into chat. I'm going to go Sonnet. Sonnet 3.5 plot interrogation. I'm going to do context, full novel outline. Please read the outline for a Sherlock Holmes short story and analyze it for plot, pacing, accuracy, and if it sticks to the genre of other Sherlock Holmes stories, please then provide a comprehensive guide to improve the outline. Next, we're going to have AI absolutely trash all the hard work we've just done. I think that's everything. Sweet. Drown in your sorrow and fears. Choke on the blood in your tears. My open router account has just topped up. Okay, amazing. Right, let's see what it says. Thank you for sharing your outline for Sherlock Holmes short story. I've carefully reviewed it and will provide an analysis on plot, pacing, accuracy, and adherence to the Sherlock Holmes genre, following a comprehensive guide for improvement. Before I read all this out, I just saw we've got some comments. Plot interrogation is how I spend 75% of my planning, watching for any tips. Yeah, I mean, I spent so long with Only Dogs Left. If you watch the Only Dogs Left, like the behind the scenes streams, that was me getting the plot for Only Dogs Left, and that like took me, I don't know, many hours. Sean says that he saw in another video, I had a document called a voice sheet. I had a list of dialogue spoken by one character and who the dialogue was directed towards. What's that document's purpose? So that document's purpose is essentially to give, you know, like the whole show don't tell in story writing. We're basically using that with AI. So rather than telling the AI he speaks in short sentences, we're giving examples of ways or things that the character says, so that the AI is like, oh, okay, that's how it should sound. And with some of the kind of bigger models, they're really good at kind of mimicking. And so it's a good way of like getting it to follow the style but of characters. So like if there's like accents or they have certain ways of saying certain words, you can kind of put that in there. And yes, it takes more tokens, but it's kind of following that show don't tell vibe. I suppose in the similar way, you could do you could do that with like example paragraphs of a character if they're the point of view character, if you didn't want to do an entire chapter or something. Things to think about. Okay. That was just my husband saying he's left work and he's on his way back and he'll make us some tea. So, you know, always happy with that. Okay. Analysis. Plot. Intriguing, well structured, featuring Holmes in disguise. Finn says, would your voice sheets have a parent reference to the character sheet? Yes. If you were to do them in a different sheet, yes. You could also do them just at the bottom of a Codex entry. Or you could do them as a separate character Codex entry, but then nested under the actual character. Hello, Jean-Luc. You did not need to set your alarm to 4 a.m. That would have been ridiculous. I mean, it's like, what, 8 a.m. for you now? That's still like far too early, dude. You should be asleep. Okay, pacing generally good. However, some scenes may benefit from more development. Others can be condensed for a tighter narrative. Yada yada. Seems to reflect canon. Okay, it is well to the Sherlock Holmes genre, a confined setting, complex mystery, Holmes in disguise. Okay, I like that. The idea. So I kind of thought, like, my Kate thought was that the beginning of the story could be like Holmes recalling this adventure to Watson, and kind of being like, this is what happened. So yeah, could work. Yep, developing secondary characters totally makes sense. Can you give 5 suggestions for the red herring? I think it's hard because it's a short story. Like, if I was doing this as a full-length novel or a novella, you could have so much in there. But I'm like, I think a lot of these things I'll address in the actual. Yeah, the idea of a secondary narrator is cool, but my only issue with it is that the canon books don't. I'm trying to follow the canon style as much as possible, and they don't have 2 point of views. It would add in like some mystery, but I think I would have to avoid that. For sure, yeah, it's like a frame structure. It's yeah, it's like a way of just kind of like guiding the AI, that is different to just giving a list of characteristics. It also helps show personality and like how a character might speak differently to 2 different people. Like their boss, they'll speak different to than like, I don't know, their husband or whatever. Um, I'm now imagining that Holmes like thinks someone's sneaking up on him and he ends up like kicking a rat. Oh my god, maybe that's where the Great Rat of Sumatra comes in. It's like just he ends up kicking a rat because he hears it. I don't know if that's kind of a bit out of character because it's too humorous, but we could have a think. So I think a lot of these are like very good critiques if we were going to go on to a full, like, because we're going on to a full story, it's more instructions rather than things that, like, obviously a lot of things are missing. Like, we've not included any descriptions of the setting, so it's kind of. Oh, I like, maybe he defends against an ambush, thinking there's an ambush, and it turns out to be um Jennings. Hmm. That's a thought. Um. What was it? Baratsu? Baratsu? Baratsu. So like they can't see each other, but obviously Holmes is gonna know who it is, like, and it'll come up later. Or maybe he realizes due to a smell or something. I don't think they'll do it together. Okay. Okay, so we're an hour in. I'm liking this so far. I think there is definitely okay, so then let's have H2 our plot so far. Don't worry. The air was stiffly blue and the other. Are you also writing a Holmes fiction? So I'm going to go down here, actions, copy all outlines or summaries. Oh, I'm going to have that as a toggle, I think. That is so weird how halfway through, like, Notion's just changed how it's formatting everything. That's so weird. It is addictive, yeah. Okay, let's begin. So what I'm thinking is doing 6 different techniques for writing a scene, showing the beats so that then you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. I think. We'll see how it goes. So let me just check I've got everything set up. So if I go into my story settings, writing, Sherlock Holmes, let me look at one of the short stories. Where's the short story? I have often, he has retorted. Asked. Okay, so it seems to like skip from one to the other, but it's first person, past tense, Sherlock Holmes point of view. Okay. So with the right view, you like if I just want to go into like one chapter at a time, I can just click this little pen. But if I want to see the entire act, I can do this one up here. Or if I just want to do the scene, I'll work on a chapter by chapter basis, I think. So I'm going to start off by writing by hand because I think this is going to give. I mean, AI know how I want the story to start, but also it'll give the AI something to base it on. My dear Watson, it was quite by chance that I ended up on. I'm now curious. New thread. Are there any Sherlock Holmes stories set in Tibet? I'm just using GPT-4 mini because okay, so there isn't any. That's fine. He was in Tibet, but okay, the Himalayas. For my studies in the Himalayas ended. My dear Watson, it was quite by chance that I ended up on the Matilda Briggs. Fortunate, but entirely due to the whims of fate, for my studies in the Himalayas ended prematurely. So in this story, I'm gonna do a mix of both. I think it depends. But I'm writing this first paragraph because I know what I want. But then I'm gonna do some AI techniques as well. I think kind of for partly for speed, but also to have in the example novel how you can do different bits. I think it's important to show all the different techniques. So, yeah, yeah, researching. Also, we're gonna use arsenic. Oh, you're because that apparently gives the nearest thing to plague-like symptoms, according to Claude. um, okay. What is the case that refers? Oh, okay. There's nothing. Yeah, I'll get Corey to help. Uh, Of course I digress. Maps. Now I need to go on Google Maps. Take a detour to Myanmar. And where would the dock be? Famous docks in Myanmar. Rangoon. Okay, so now I'm going to start scene beat. Okay. I'm kind of curious just how with like this is a fairly specific beat, but we'll see. No, it didn't. Because I have it set to write in first person. I'm just describing the beat. So first person past tense. I'm curious how this is going to go. I'm going to do a little bit of kit bashing, I think. So we're going to go. So I'm generating a few different versions. He's a ginger Burmese man. A ginger from Burma. Okay, Opus was terrible. I'm just going to get rid of that. Oh yes, terribly common. Um, Jean-Luc, I mean, no, not really, but I was kind of curious to see with the general purpose prompt if it would do better, but it didn't. You know, sometimes I can be optimistic and hark back to days of old where we all risked the cost of Opus. I'm kind of curious now at how much that cost. That waste of generation. Oh my god, that was 6 cents. That is disgusting. And given Sonnet was 1 cent and Gemini was half a cent. Disgusting. Okay. Right. Just before the That is true. You could do that. Yeah, that would be a perfectly valid way, and it's a good way of combining both the AI and the stuff. I think the issue is that you still have to click different tabs to see it. Um, like you'd have to like go between the generations, so it still causes issues there. I quite like just having it on a split screen and being able to see what's happening. Like here, I'm doing a lot of because I'm not entirely happy. I'm kind of kit bashing and also including my own words, which is why I'm keeping all the original generations kind of unchanged here, so you can kind of see the different bits. So now something that's very much a distinctive feature of like Sherlock Holmes is that very like the novels is a lot of the times there is just like wonderful bits of conversation that don't have any tags. So I'm going to take advantage of that. AI can't seem to grasp it. I was trying not to have this in the style of Arthur Conan Doyle because I'm trying to do this in a ethical way. And so having too much would be a bit like, you don't really want him copying exactly, especially like because I don't want to give any like bad habits to people. So now I'm looking between the two. One sec, I'm just going to mute. Um, okay. No, I don't like that. And so was I found myself being carted to the Matilda Briggs on the most rickety contraption claiming to be a boat that I had ever encountered. Holmes continues describing the Matilda Briggs as he approaches her. This might be a bit short for a first draft for a scene, but so let's make a new snippet. Oh, thank. Oh, yes, Sophie popped that there.
You didn't tell me how to cut.
I did.
I thought you said use a different cup.
No, I shouted down at you saying I had already had a teacup.
Oh, I thought you said just use a different cup.
No, that was for you.
I mean, it's fine.
I was saying for you to just use a different cup.
Well, you've got a different cup.
Okay, well, I mean, that's only been used once, so you might as well wash it.
Yeah. Or I can wash that one.
Yeah. Or both.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, yes. Thank you.
Well,
Bob. This is a teacup I made myself. It says Katie on it, but like with tea, as in like, you know, the drink. So, you know, it's kind of matches my top. Right. As it were, Oh, Sam says hi to you all. Oh yeah, I was making a chapter 1 beat 2 kit bashing doc. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Emery. Okay. Let's start with what did I call? Oh, the beat first. Oh, people say hi back to you, Sam. He says yay. Thank. Sonnet 3.5. After this, we're going to be having like an in the next break, we're going to be having like an early dinner. So that will be nice. Generate prose. Don't worry. Sport is, is always important to people, and you can always watch these on replays, whereas you get spoiled with the scores. Does anyone have any requests for prompts that you want me to, or not prompts, models to generate text with? I mean, it has continued, which is good. I will do a Gemini again. Gemini Pro. I mean, we'll see if it generates ever. This life is amazing when you greet it. Oh yeah, Sonnet when it's working is like a star. Let's see if I'll just restart it. I like Gemini sometimes. It gives some like gems. Gemini. But yeah, Sonnet 3.5 is the best. I'm surprised that I thought over August they were going to announce like Opus 3.5 or another or Haiku or something. But they haven't. It'd be interesting when they do finally get around to it. Looks like Gemini might not be working, which is slightly inconvenient. Oh, there are some. Okay, I'm starting to think that I think Gemini might not be working right now. Is Strawberry a model? Oh my god, they are making models of everything. I could 3.5 be interesting if it's good as Sonnet 3 was. Yeah, definitely. And for the price, oh my god, would be great. Okay, let's just try GPT-4o, given that 1.5. Now I'm wondering if this is an open router down issue. Because I only have open router on this. Does anyone know if open router is experiencing difficulty right now? That would be incredibly awkward. Oh, Strawberry is OpenAI Omni. Oh, Omni 1. Oh, it's the new. Yeah. I mean, let me just check the open router status. There's no reported issues, but I'm definitely getting issues. Yeah, because I'm only connected to open router on here. Let me just quickly check. If not, I'll just have to change the stream time. I'm just doing a test because in my other account I have OpenAI at the top. Okay, so it's working fine there. Oh, okay. Maybe it's working now. Maybe it's fixed. I'm not sure if we have the new I will have to check. I'll see if it works. We can have a look. Let's just see if okay, it's working now. Maybe it was just a little blip. Let me see. Prompts, general purpose, clone, models. I don't know if strawberry is on here or O1. Oh, star cannon, not strawberry. I mean, there's 4.0 extended. Is that it? Yeah, it might be everyone using it. 9th to 12th. Yeah. I'll leave it for now. I've heard that they're really expensive, like, because it has to I think that the amount that you have to pay compared is, like, kind of ridiculous. I would advise if you've got Chat GPT subscription, trying it on there. But what I've heard so far hasn't been that great for writing. I think it's gonna be more more fiddly. So you can, like, when you clone the prompts, you can, like, do a bit like I can go noose, but the issue is that you have to search from the top of the from the first bit of the novel. So, like, I can do, never. You just have to know the first bit. So if you wanted to go, like, I don't know, like anthropic, you can do that. So oh, you're welcome. Amid. That's good to know, Dom. Yeah, I think this is definitely a case of, like, it's not going to live up to the hype. Like, GPT models are fine, but none of them really do that great in the creativeness. Like, the fine tunes can kind of get there, but even then, we're all just a bit like, eh. What are your favorite models for writing? Obviously, Claude 3.5 is mine, and I think a lot of users like that, but it's not great for, like, if you want to go, like, full on not safe for work and stuff. So, do you have favorites? Like, or just any. I know Gemini 1.5 Pro is another favorite. Okay, Sonnet, sometimes Opus, yeah. I still have times where I like Opus. Like, I think it does do, like, it's not a patch on Sonnet 3.5, but there is sometimes where I'm just like, you know. Yeah, exactly, Jean-Luc. It's like you don't know how many tokens the thinking is doing. Okay. LVLV 70B gets good balance. Do we have that on here? We have LSLV, which I think might be it. Let's try that. My God, this is going on and on and on. If I was to imitate your style. Okay, it was fine. I found it anyway, so we can have a look at that. I don't know, some kind of description. Other description. Again, if I'm writing and I don't know what I'm going to put, that's what I put. Okay, people are enjoying Mistral as well. That's yeah, Mistral Medium was alright. Like I think Mistral Large is just fine, but it's not like anything special. Mistral Medium for the price was a nice balance. Rangoon. Mm. Hmm. Okay, there's... Okay, yeah, that's gone on too far. That explains why I did such a big word count. Okay, we've got 10 minutes. I want to get this little, like, this scene finished, I think. And then maybe, I don't know, I'll see what we do for the rest. Hmm. Is it galleys? Mm. This, like the galleys before, held the lingering scent of... Okay, and then this is the point where I want to do some more research. Let me just rename this first. For GPT for mini Tibet. Right. New thread. I'll do haiku. This will be I mean, bleach might have been a thing then. I just don't know. So I was like, well, might as well go for accuracy. Oh, yes. No, I'm having it. Okay. The ammonia. My bags down but a minute when I was filled with an overwhelming urge to solve a mystery. The bottom festers in the back of one's mind, clawing at me to in the most okay, there's scene 1. I think I'm happy with that. Or like happy enough with it for now. Because this is draft 1. Obviously there's some descriptions I need to sort out. But I've done some kit bashing. It's 2 beats, it's fairly brief. I have my introduction, my handwritten introduction. I was just using the general prompt. I will copy that and close that and in the document, in the story itself, you can see the prose, the beats I wrote, prose that was generated in snippets, and then the kit bashed prose that I combined. Below are the finished chapters, finished first drafts. Chapter 1 involved me beginning with some catering and Chapter 1 involved me beginning with some cake writing and then using the general purpose prompt to generate 2 beats from this. The beats were fairly detailed, but only gave enough text or enough content for perhaps 300 words of usable prose each. As they are more stream of consciousness rather than pre-plotted or designed from prompts. Great for pantsers and clearly work. Okay, and then I'm just going to set up H2. No. Do I have multiple scenes in chapter? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna head off now, guys, and I'll see you back in an hour at the usual stream time. We'll do at least 2 hours. We'll see how things go. How far I can get. I mean, this is mainly an exercise to get the story finished, but if you want me to do more streams, I'm totally up for that as well. But yeah, we've been on this for 2 hours. I'm kind of ready to take a break. But I think that we've got, so since we spent an hour. So to recap, we spent an hour looking from the genre, continuing the planning, kit bashing the plan, getting the plan analyzed, and then we started doing writing, where I kind of did a kind of like a seat on the pants beat, where it's like a bit of a stream of consciousness. Whatever I think is in there, I can edit things. I did a lot of, like, the kit bashing had a lot of my input in. I think you'll probably see through it. Like, it wasn't just me copying a paragraph and then a different paragraph. I had to like do a lot of like input into there, especially to kind of try and mimic the authentic style in terms of prose. There's definitely, like, looking back, there's definitely a lot of Kateisms in there, like just my style of writing, rather than it being like super authentic. But I'm hoping that the vibe is there and it feels like there's characterization and that kind of stuff. But yeah, thank you all for turning up. I will see you in an hour's time after I've had some food, probably with another cup of tea, because, let's be real, I am going to be living on tea for this. So we might even have Corey join us. But yeah, I will see you soon. Bye.